Welcome to Learn at Work podcast, which is sponsored by Work, a journal of prevention, assessment, and rehabilitation. We're delighted to host this podcast that will bring together insightful conversations and thought-provoking discussions on topics that matter most in the realm of health, rehabilitation, work, prevention, and assessment. What can you expect from our podcast? We'll have expert interviews, individuals who have published in the journal, and we'll dive into conversations with leaders who have shared their valuable experience and expertise. You'll learn about different latest work trends, technology, and best practices. I'm Karen Jacobs, the founding editor of Work, and I'm the moderator of these podcasts. Welcome to this episode of Learn at Work, which is the podcast for the journal Work, a journal of prevention, assessment, and rehabilitation published by SAGE. Well, today I'm traveling virtually. I actually wish I was there in person to Thailand. And Totsapon is our guest. He is an author who's published in the Work Journal, and we're going to ask him some questions about his career. So first of all, welcome. Thank you for being on Learn at Work. So my first question to you is, please tell us about your career journey. Where did you go to school, and what degree did you obtain?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Totsapon Butmee from Thailand. Thank you for choosing me to be a guest. I hold a PhD in Human Factor Psychology from Naresuan University, United Kingdom, where my doctoral research focus on the human factors of automated driving. Currently, I am served as a lecturer in Occupational Health and Safety at Naresuan University in Thailand. My research interests includes both physical and cognitive ergonomics, with a particular focus on ergonomic assessment, ergonomics innovations, mental workload, and human errors amongst various occupational groups.
That's wonderful, and I'm sure many of our listeners will find that very interesting. So, what path led you to this area of scholarly work? And were there any mentors who guided you or pivotal moments that shaped your professional direction?
I have been passionate about the academic since my master's study in occupational health and safety. I first encountered the academic term long time ago in 2005, and although it was new to me at that time, I was eager to explore its future. That leads me to conduct my master's thesis on ergonomic designs of industrial sewing machine workstations. I found a great joy and satisfaction in this first piece of my research, which ultimately shaped my professional path. And after finish my master degree, I joined a university faculty where I have been teaching academic since maybe 2010. My work centers around the physical academic, but in my PhD in 2019, completely changed my perspectives. It opens a new door to cognitive ergonomics, a field I find fascinating.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I love when you use the word fascinating. I think that sort of inspires everybody to hear what motivates someone. Can you share some information about the manuscript that was published in Work? And I selected that as the editor's choice paper. And that is something that I do in every issue of Work, and Work is published 12 times a year. I go through the articles that are going to be in that issue, and yours stood out to me. If you could talk about that paper and what inspired you to investigate this topic.
Okay, one of my research project and my co-author with my students and are honored to be published in the Work Journal in the title of Comparisons of Usability and Academic List of Using a Laptop and Tablet Computer for Online Learning. A field experimental study research was born out of the observation that the laptop and tablet computer have become the most critical tool in our daily life, while the previous study have extensively covered physical, ergonomic, and cultural risks. There is a significant lack of research addressing the intersections of physical and cognitive factors. This research gap is precisely what drive my interest in exploring both dimensional of ergonomics. To address this, my co-researcher and I designed an experimental study to compare the physical ergonomic risks, specifically upward posture and cognitive ergonomic factors, including mental workload and usability between use of laptop and tablets. We believe that the finding of this study will serve as a valuable guidelines for users in selecting the most appropriate computing device for their learning and work environments.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So, you shared your background and shared your most recent article. What's next for your scholarly work? What are you inspired to do next?
I plan to continue my journey as a lecturer and researcher, pursuing the work I love. This year, I'm focusing on developing an academic and human factor research labs to dive my deeper into my interests. My goal is to publish at least maybe 2 papers a year in international journals. Well, that is the plan anyway is see how it go. Additionally, I'm currently writing a book on ergonomic and human factor is about 30% complete and I aim to have it published by the end of this year. I also set the goal to participate in international conference once or twice a year. It's a great way to keep up with the new trends and expand my professional network and enjoy some education travels at the same time.
Oh, these are great, very clearly articulated and ambitious to publish 2 papers a year, to go to international conferences. And can you tell us a little bit more about your book on ergonomics? Are you writing that yourself? Do you have co-authors? Is it going to be an introductory book on ergonomics and human factors?
Yes, I'm writing academic and human factor in Thai language. Just only me to write this. I have no co-author.
That is a big undertaking. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I'm writing in Thai language, not in English.
That would be a little bit hard for me to read. But I'm excited to hear about going to international conferences and the International Ergonomic Association, IEA, will be having a conference in London. I think that's 2027.
I see. I used to attend the IEA conference in France, maybe in 2019. I used to be attend there when I study my PhD.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm hoping to be at the next one in London. We'll get to see each other.
Oh, wow.
So, my last question to you, and this has been so interesting to have you as a guest, is outside all the scholarly work that you're doing, what else do you enjoy? And how do you maintain balance between work and self care and all the other things that we do and find inspiration to your life beyond the professional realm?
Yes, I think that work-life balance has always been a priority for me. I believe that to work efficiently, we must be both physically and mentally healthy. When our health declines, our performance may suffer. That's why I make time for exercise every day. My favorite activities are going to the gym for weight training and running as they keep me healthy and less prone to illness. On my day off, I always enjoy relaxing by driving to scenic nature or to cafe or meeting up with my friends for a chat.
Wonderful. I love to hear that because we know that our work inspires us, but having balance in taking care of ourselves, socializing with friends, spending time in nature, and all the things you described are so important. Well, it has been a pleasure having you as a guest on Learn at Work. Some of the listeners really would like to be in touch with you. Is there an email or website you could share?
I have my emails. My email is Totsapon.
Thank you. And thanks again for being a guest on Learn at Work. And our listeners, thank you for subscribing to our podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.